Moving on to the EV Twitter world, and the first tweet this time, let's look at a Facebook post for a change. And the post says the Mahindra Trio never falls short when it comes to performance delivery, a quick recharge, and you're back on the road again. Like our hashtag Trio Ranger, Ashraf AK, who has driven up to 216 kilometers in just one day. Here you can see the Trio Electric Auto being driven from Kannur in Kerala for about 216 kilometers in a single day on charging once en route.
Excellent job, Team Mahindra Electric. But please support and service your customers well.
By the way, Rafi, Mahindra Electric has recently launched a new electric vehicle. It is the Trio Zor, which is a cargo vehicle. So the specs look good, Rafi. The pricing range is between 2.6 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs, and this will definitely be a good proposition for any business.
That's right, Amit, and it seems a lot of the things about the Trio Zor are made in India.
Wow.
Almost everything is made in India. Only
Nice.
the battery cells are imported. The power electronics, the motor, everything else is made in India.
Okay.
So there is a huge market for electric cargo loaders, Amit.
Sure.
Many of the current loaders on roads today, they make a lot of noise, the diesel loaders, and they emit toxic fumes on our roads.
True that. So we hope Mahindra Electric promotes this cargo loader, unlike what they did with the eSupro, which never got promoted or updated, and they actually ended up killing it completely.
Amit, I think times have changed a bit.
Yeah.
I think Mahindra Electric is now finally serious about its electric vehicle offering.
Okay.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have invested so much money into it. Like they've got a swanky new R&D facility near Bengaluru.
Okay.
And they also have a manufacturing facility to make electronics, battery pack and other components in Pune.
Okay.
And of course, in the Trio Zor launch event, Dr. Pawan Goenka went on to say that they are soon going to be launching the eKUV, which is going to be the lowest, most affordable electric car in the Indian market. And he said that soon after it will be followed by the launch of the Atom electric vehicle, which is a very cute 3-seater, 4-wheeled vehicle.
So Rafa, it looks like, as what you're saying, Mahindra Electric is definitely improving on the R&D facilities and product development, and also making it in India, etc. But the knives are still up and there for the customer service, because they really need to spruce up on their customer service. So there have been a whole lot of problems like the e-tour stalling, and there is no remote monitoring, and all this is adding up with the bad customer service. Everything is going downhill for them. So Mahindra Electric, by now I guess you know what you have to do to get more trust from your customers.
Agreed, Amit. Let's hope ME learns from the past and improves its customer service experience. I think this is actually version 2.0 of Mahindra Electric's journey into electric vehicles. We here at Plug in India wish the ME team, Mahindra Electric team, all the very best, and we hope to see many new launches coming soon.
Yep. So the second tweet is from Electra Electric Bus, and they tweeted this about the electric bus trials that they did in Bengaluru. The Electra 12M electric bus trial started on 22nd October 20 by BMTC Bangalore in the presence of the Honorable Deputy CM, Transport Minister Shri Lakshman Savadi, and Honorable Chairman of BMTC Shri N.S. Nandisha Reddy, and Honorable CM of Karnataka Shri B.S. Yediyurappa has inspected it.
Electra are Hyderabad-based manufacturers of 100% electric buses.
Yeah.
And they are doing this in collaboration with BYD,
Wow.
which is the world's largest manufacturer of electric vehicles. This is very good to see their buses in Bengaluru. Amit, I remember when we used to make our frequent trips to Pune before the pandemic, we used to count at least 10 to 12 electric buses on the roads of Pune every day.
Wow.
So that's a lot of penetration. I think this is a very good place to start. Public transport, EVs, fantastic combination.
So this next tweet is from our friends at the Tata Nexon EV, where the Nexon EV Owners Club, where they actually keep posting a lot of content from the Nexon EV owners. This is an epic journey done by Mamta Punamia, who is from from Mumbai, and she drove to Delhi.
That's right, Amit. And this was before actually any DC fast chargers were put up en route. So Mamta actually called up all the Tata dealers en route from Mumbai to Delhi.
Nice.
And they were most happy to put her up to allow her to charge. So
Very
this is an
nice.
epic journey, guys.
So she's shared a lot of pictures with us, and
Alright.
let's take a look at it.
So here we have their first stop where the Tata dealer actually gave them a place to sleep. because they want to charge
That's
overnight.
really, really nice of them.
And this is the beautiful highways, greenery on both sides. Tata Nexon just smoothly going along. And here they are showing you the distance using the Google Map navigation on the cluster. And take a look at the battery state of charge. Here they are overtaking trucks and zip zapping through the highway traffic. There you have it. Rajsamand, Rajasthan. This is Rajasthan. Again, this is them showing you the dash, the cluster, how many kilometers their trip has taken. And okay, so here they are. Nexon has gotten very dirty, so en route they managed to clean it. The Tata dealers actually cleaned and washed their car for them. That's a fantastic service rendered. I remember the Mahindra guy when we went to Nashik had also washed our cars for us once we got to Nashik. So we got a similar treatment from Jitendra Motors at Nashik. It's very good of these dealers to so open-heartedly welcome this kind of traveling. And here they are, finally they've reached Delhi, Tata Motors dealership at Delhi.
Awesome.
Look at this kid, so excited. Wow. This really, really makes me happy, Amit, to see such a thing happening. Fantastic that such pioneers exist in our country and builds confidence in the technology and EVs as a platform.
Amazing stuff, Mamta. We admire your adventurous spirit and awesome job, Tata Motors, for helping your customers all along the way. Also, guys, make sure you follow the Nexon EV Owners Club on Twitter, and you can get live updates from the Nexon EV owners right there. The next tweet is from Amitabh Kant, who's the CEO of Niti Aayog, and he shared an article which the title for it is India is leaping ahead in clean energy, and the tweet says, with renewable energy's cost already among the lowest in the world, it is at the cusp of an age of truly competitive, unsubsidized clean energy. Modi's ambition and India's successes stand in sharp contrast to the United States.
It's interesting, Amit, what this article says. I remember reading an article in 2018 by the British magazine The Economist, which said that India is a problem country for global climate change, and it was not in line to meet the climate change targets. So this article tweeted by Amitabh Kant goes ahead and says that in 2020, India is well on its way to achieving green energy targets. And we are breaking all records as far as clean energy is concerned, climate change parameters are concerned. And India is well on its way to making clean, cheap energy a reality. As per the Paris Climate Agreement, India pledged to increase non-fossil fuel energy generation by 40%. Today, generation capacity from renewable hydroelectric and nuclear sources already reaches 38%, putting India on track to comfortably exceed its target. Also, India has already installed 89 gigawatts of renewable power capacity and will achieve Modi's 175 gigawatt target by 2022. Also, we read that the government has a new target of 450 gigawatts by the year 2030. If we can achieve this target, then we will have produced most of our energy from renewable sources.
Wow, that is some great news, Rafi. But I have one observation about these Western media outlets. Many of these Western media outlets like the BBC, the New York Times, and the Economist actually have something against India. And I hope Economists and the others actually have some good things to write about our goals and the progress India is making actually. But surely we won't see any positive comments from such anti-India Western media outlets.
That is true, Amit. I really hope that this Western colonial mindset can be changed.
Yeah.
This article by Professor Wadhwa actually says that compared to India, as far as clean energy is concerned, the US is a dinosaur because there are actually very active lobbies in the government over there. Influencing the government over there, which ensure that their politicians just can't make the changes that are required to go clean. So that's why I think India is leading the way. And Amit, also I think there's a bit of a leapfrog effect where the West pioneers the technology and Indians are smart enough to learn up from it and not make the same mistakes again.
Okay.
So I think this is also something which gets under their skins, which they might not be very happy with.
True. Finally, the author says India will play an increasingly important part in making sure the transitioning of the planet to a cleaner, safer, greener, sustainable future.
That's right, Amit. I really think this is a fantastic article, which shows us the progress that is being made in India in the last 7 to 8 years in the field of clean energy.
Yeah. So in this episode of the Community Charge Point Watch, we have somebody from Dehradun, Soumya Prasad, an electric car owner who had registered a community charge point at her home, was very happy to see two Revolt bike owners who had come down and charging their bikes during their trip. And she sent us a video of Pramit and herself having a chat about the charging and the trip.
So, Amit, I remember we had visited Soumyaji and Raman at their place in Dehradun. We had gone from Delhi to Dehradun in electric cars, and they had offered us similar facilities. And they, of course, have a very nice foundation called the Nature Science Initiative.
Wow.
And they are really into sustainability, into recycling, into holistic ecosystems, and they're building a completely grid-free, pollution-free lifestyle over there. So it was awesome to visit their house, to visit the Dehradun community charging point, and to chat with them and let us take their car all the way to Mussoorie from Dehradun. So that extended our ride from Delhi to Dehradun to Mussoorie. We went up and came back completely on regen, no charging required. It was an awesome time, and I think we really enjoyed visiting the Dehradun community charge point. So more people from Delhi should venture out to Dehradun and then ahead to Mussoorie. Thank you so much, Soumyaji and Raman. Thank you so much for supporting the EV community and making it such a lively and vibrant place. And yes, guys, not to forget, let me mention that this is a green power. It's basically charging from solar panels which they have put on their roof.
Nice.
So you'll be charging with clean electrons.
So guys, if you have a charge point that you want to install or have already installed and would like to be featured, please let us know. Send us the details and we will update it onto our Recharge India app, where you can go and see all the charging points that are available around you in the map. So coming to the end of the show, we have to let you know that we have a poll of the month on our website on the homepage, which was asking you guys that what is your ideal car range?
So we got a total of 154 votes for this summit, and out of that, most of them wanted a 300 kilometer real world highway range car.
Nice.
So there you have it, OEMs, manufacturers. From a four-wheeler, most Indians expect to have 300 kilometers of real world highway range.
So Rafi, the magic number is 300 kilometer range and a price range below 10 lakhs, right? That would make people actually move and adopt electric vehicles faster and sooner. So please make sure you share your opinions. Go to our website because we have the poll of the month every month on our website. Just to reiterate, pluginindia.com. So as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the Plug-in India show. So it just takes $1 per month, guys, to support us and support our work. So please go ahead and become a Patreon member or a YouTube member and support our work.
For those of you who are already our Patreon members or YouTube channel members, thank you very much. We appreciate your help greatly.
So do like and subscribe so you can get the updates, and
Eyes out.
EV in. Moving on to the second news item, Niti Aayog has. क्या हो रहा है? Like, I get stuck in
ऑफर
it.
किए 4.6
6
बिलियन.
Okay.
Go.
Okay then.
Cut.